Hi students, in this next section we're going to be working with a different kind of graph, which is a line graph. Now, depending on the kind of data you collected, you want to choose between a bar graph or a line graph. In the first set of data, we chose a bar graph because we wanted to compare two different groups, no music and music, 2 minutes of music. And bar graphs are a really easy way to kind of compare two different groups, as you can see here. We have a different set of data for a different experiment. Here, the student had an experiment where they gave a plant different amounts of water and sunlight, and they measured the height of the plant over time. And they measured the height in inches. And a bar graph isn't really the best graph for this because you want to show how it changed over time as opposed to comparing two different groups. So a line graph would be a better choice for this student. So depending on your data graph, you want to make those choices. Do you want to make a bar graph or a line graph? But because this is just practice, I want to show you how to make both so that you can make your choice when you are doing your experiment. So let's go ahead and make a new graph. You're going to go here, click on New Chart. And then you're going to get a brand new workspace. Great. You're going to go to the drop-down menu and go to Line Plot. There you go. And just like last time, we're going to be copying the data from your data chart into here. And so I'm going to start by copying the dates here. So here we go, 12/15. There you go. And just like last time, I'm going to start by just graphing one set of data, and then in the next video, we're going to do all three together, okay? So I'm going to record the data, the height of the plant with no water and no sun in inches. So on this day, it was 0 inches, 0 inches, 0.5 inches, and 0.5 inches. Perfect. Now notice how we don't want to call these groups A and B because that's really confusing, right? So let's relabel this. A is going to be called the date of observation. Confirm. And then this was the height of the plant in inches. But it was the height of the plant that had no water and no sun. So let's go ahead and name it like that. Rename header, height of plant with no water and no sun. And again, if you're confused where I'm getting these from, I'm getting them straight from the data chart. So the labels that you find here, I'm just copying the labels over here. There. Okay, once you do that, we're going to transfer this data onto here. Just like last time, we're going to be using the X and Y axes. In this case, the X axis here is going to show the dates. Like we want to show how the plants changed over time. So we want to show the dates down here, and then we want to show the height of the plant on the Y axis. So let's go ahead and pick that. So X is the date of the observation, and the Y is going to be the height of this plant with no water and no sun. Perfect. And you can see that this shows the change over time. You can see that just by looking at this graph, the change that happened with the plant is that over time it started to grow more and more in height. Let's add a title to this. So this graph is only showing the height of the plant with no water and no sun over time. So that's what we're going to call it. Height of, plant with no sun over time. Perfect. One more really important thing that you want to put in your label here says the height of the plant with no water, no sun, and it has numbers, but we don't really know what these numbers mean. Is this in feet? Is this in inches? Is this in centimeters? We're not sure, right? So it's really important that we make it clear in our labeling here. Over here, it says in the data table that the person measured in inches. So we're going to go ahead and add inches here by adding a parentheses, inches, and that way whoever sees this graph knows that the units are in inches, and they're not going to be guessing, okay, is this 0.2 feet or is this 0.2 inches? And that's it. Once you finish that, you're going to hit save, make sure it's public, and hit save. And just like last time, when you are ready to export this, you're going to click on Export and click on Download the file and print it from your computer. Go ahead and share this graph with me by clicking the share button, and you can email the link that you got to me. And once you do that, let's go on to the next video.